start with a few breaths here just to get centered. Let go of Zoom and commercial Zooms of tablets and all that stuff. We'll worry about that another day. Couple of deep breaths. And then we'll begin movement with the breath. We'll start with the hands down toward the knees, round the spine. You can drop the chin down if you like. That's your exhale. And then on the inhale, a little back bend, slide your hands back towards your hips. Head can go up if comfortable for you and your neck. We'll just go back and forth, those two movements. Exhale, a rounded spine. Inhale, the back bend. And we call these movements cat-cow. And just warming up your spine. Start with smaller movements, and as you get more warmed up, you can make them larger. All right, and then make your way back to neutral. And we'll take the laterals. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and on the exhale, lean over to one side. Inhale, back to neutral, and exhale, lean to the other side. We'll do that again. Inhale up, exhale over, inhale up, exhaling over. And then you can slide your hand down the chair leg. Oops, I don't really have a chair leg. This is a folding chair. Or if you have your block there, you can reach your hand on your block. The other arm can reach up if you like. That's your inhale. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, the arm can go over if that's good for your shoulder. Inhale it back up. Then exhale the arm down. Stay in your lateral. And inhale, come on back up. We'll go to the other side. Exhale over, hand down the chair leg or to a block. Keep breathing. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. On an inhale, you can raise the arm. Exhale, the arm can stretch further or not. Inhale, put that arm in reverse. Exhale, back to the hip. And inhale, come on back up. And we'll take a cat-cow in here. Rounded spine is your exhale. Back bend is the inhale. Let's do that again. All right, now for the twist. Inhale the arms up part way. Exhale, bring one hand to the opposite knee, and the other hand can go back anywhere. Inhale, unwind, back to center, arms up, and exhaling, other side. We'll do that again, side to side. Inhaling the arms up, exhale into the twist. Inhale, unwind, back to center. Arms can take the range of motion that's comfortable for you. So your arms can go higher next time if comfortable. And this next time we're going to come into the twist and hold. So stay in the twist. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep breathing. Your head can look around a little deeper if comfortable, or look back toward the screen. And on your next inhale, unwind toward the screen. Arms going up as much as comfortable for you, and exhale right over into the other side. Keep breathing. Squeeze those shoulder blades toward each other. Head can turn a little deeper. And then on your next inhale, unwinding back to center. And exhale the hands down to the knees, a rounded spine. And inhale a back bend, cat-cows again. Exhale a rounded spine. Inhale into the back bend. All right, and then coming to neutral, we'll come down to the feet. So we want to be able to slide our feet on the floor. So if you have a hardwood surface, you can put a blanket or a towel underneath your feet and slide on that. I'm on carpet and my feet are sliding okay on this. but if not, paper plates work pretty well. So take one foot out as your inhale. Look how big my foot looks. Exhale back. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale back. Gotta love the camera, huh? And then begin to take that same leg out toward the side. So you can just imagine spokes of a bicycle heading out on various spokes in the range of motion that your hip and leg allow and your chair. So I got a little knob on my chair. I'm gonna see if I can just scoot over to the other side of that knob and inhale out, exhale the leg back in. And then pick one of those spokes to land on, to stay on, and we'll point and flex. And circle the ankle around. Keep the knee soft so the knee bends as you do that a couple of times in each direction. And then point and flex again. Hold that flex and spread your toes. And then a point, pressing the toes down toward the floor. And then release to neutral and exhale and inhale your way back up to the front. Inhaling out, exhaling back in. And when you get back up to the front, a couple of times in and out there. All right, and we'll go to the other side. Inhale the leg out, exhale back in. A couple of times out in front. Some of the time you can point the toes, some of the time flex. I tend to flex all the time because the back of my calves tend to stay tight. And then starting to head out on those spokes. As far over as your chair and your hip allows. All right, and then work your way back toward one of the mid spokes, so a spoke that's easy for you, and point and flex there. Circles. A couple of times each direction, keeping that knee soft. And then flex and point deeper, and you can hold that flex back and spread the toes. You can press the toes down to get that stretch across the top of the ankle. And then ease back out of it and work your way back up to the top. All right, once you get back up to the top, do a couple of times right out in front. That just helps to settle those hips back in where they belong. All right, so if you have a chair with arms, this next one will be difficult to turn very far, but you could maybe just swivel the hips as much as you can in your chair, and you can hold on to the arm if you have it for this next one. So the body's going to be at a bit toward the corner of the chair. If you don't have an armchair, you can go even further all the way to the side. I'm going to do it sort of maybe middle, so no matter what kind of a chair, you can maybe get a visual on this. So you could be holding onto the armchair or holding onto your chair seat. And we're going to kind of pick up those spokes where we left off. So we left off, we covered sort of this front quarter of the bicycle wheel. So we'll start to pick up some of these ones going toward the back just to get into that hip a little bit more. And some of the time your foot can change the way it's working. So now I have my heel up and my toes tucked under and sliding out. Now I'm sliding my heel out. So this carpet is sculpted, so you'll see my foot kind of bumping over some flowers sculpted on the carpet here. Not sure if that's the right word, sculpted. All right, and then pick an angle to hold on, and you can swivel the torso toward one side, and if you have your arm there, you can hold on to the arm and toward the screen. So trying to turn it, twisting the torso a little bit toward one leg and then toward the other kind of thing. All right, and then let that back leg bend and face forward. I'm losing my cushion. And we'll take a cat-cow here. And just feel the difference in the two hips. So we've really worked that one side a little extra than the other side. See if you can tell. That one hip, got it. And let's do the same thing on the other side. So work your way over, swiveling in your chair as best you can. And again, you can hold on to the chair back, arm, your chair seat, whatever you like. And we'll kind of pick up those spokes where we left off. Inhaling out, exhaling back in. Inhaling out, exhaling back in. And some of the time changing the way your foot is going out will change up the stretch in the hip. So I'm sort of stretching my toes out more. I'm going to turn in and stretch my heel out more. Anything you like. All right, and then pick one of those spokes to hold on. And we're going to swivel the torso toward one side and then the other. Toward the screen, toward the side of the chair. Or toward your one knee and then the other. Exhale when you twist toward that one knee, that front knee, and inhale toward the screen. All right, let's bend that back knee and face forward again. And cat-cows once more. All right, let's come up and work the upper body, the arms and the shoulders. Roll the shoulders up toward your ears and then move them back toward the wall behind you and then relax down and repeat. Shoulders up and back and down. Let's do one more. All right, and then just squeezing the shoulder blades together, you can kind of slide your elbows back to help. And from the armpit area, grab those muscles to squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades toward each other. Keep those bottom tips of the shoulder blades in toward each other and swing your forearms out wide and raise the arms. Palms are up. Raise the arms a little bit higher, a little bit higher. You're gonna, as high as your arms and shoulders allow, up to straight out from the shoulders, and get the elbows have a little bend. And on the exhale, we're gonna bend and touch the fingertips toward the shoulders and back out. Exhale when the elbows bend. Inhale, arms going out. Exhale, elbows bend. Inhale, the arms out and not quite straight. And raise the arms a smidge more, still squeezing those shoulder blades together. And if it goes into pain in the shoulder, you're not raising your arms. Inhaling up, otherwise you're just keeping them there. And then this time we're going to make a bicep muscle. You can use your fists if you like to make a bicep muscle, but then relax the fingers so the bicep muscle still stays engaged, and bend the fingertips toward the shoulders again, and raise the arms up a little bit higher towards straight up as they're willing to go right now. Still make that bicep muscle, and then relax the arms down and just shake them out. Looks like my arms are rubber, doesn't it? All right. And then we're going to do swings. So you're going to kind of lean down on your elbow to thighs, or lean over to one side, however you like, and swing your arm to the front and to the back. Swings as higher and higher, higher in front, higher in back. Again, only the range of motion comfortable for you. And then we're going to go lower, 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 and just let it dangle down. And make a tiny circle, like you're stirring a pot. Tiny circle, and from the shoulders relaxed all the way down. And then go in the other direction. Begin to make the the circle larger and larger. And then we're going to go into swings again. Swing high in front, high and back. As high and back as comfortable, and hold right there. I'm going to turn to the side. You're going to keep your elbow high and bend the forearm. Bend and straighten the arm. It's hard to see when I face this way. And then swing the arm back behind you, like you're trying to touch your back, your kidneys or your back, wherever it reaches. Folding back behind you. And then out straight again, and swings front to back. Smaller and smaller swings, and just shake it loose again. All right, other side. So as best you can, letting that arm over the side. You can just kind of lean to one side or lower down. Swings, get your blocks out of the way so you don't hit your blocks. Swing high in front and in back. Next time it goes back, keep it back there. Keep that elbow high and just bend the forearm. Bend and straighten. And then back behind the body. Anywhere back behind you. And then back out and swings. Smaller swings. Come down to a tiny circle. Go in reverse. Make the circle larger and larger. And then swings again and loosey-goosey arm. All right, and then climb back up. All right, we're going to do some arm strengtheners by lifting our legs. So you can bring the toe, keep the toes down, the heel up on one side, and bring your hands back behind the back of that thigh, and shoulder blades together, and lean back, bringing that leg with you. See if that toes will come all the way off the floor as you lean back, and then bend the elbows, keeping your shoulder blades in. We're going to bend and straighten the arms. Exhale when you bend, inhale when you straighten. So we're using the weight of our leg as our weight, lifting. However much your leg weighs is how much you're lifting and using your arm strength there. And then we're going to lower back down, let the elbows go straight as you lower back down, just kind of leaning forward. Wiggle the fingers. And so if you could do the unnatural clasp, so when you clasp your hands, they naturally fold into each other one way. And look down and see which index finger is on top. So for me, my left index finger is top. I'm going to switch all the fingers over. So now my right index finger is on top, and you can switch your thumbs too if you like. But you got to do that without looking underneath the back of your thigh. So get ready for the other side and fiddle around finding that clasp under the back of your leg. It should feel like kind of feels like you're holding someone else's hand. And at your back heart alignment, that's those bottom tips of the shoulder blades. And you're going to lean back, bringing that leg with you, just kind of a rock back. And then we're going to bend the elbows, bend and straighten, working those arms. Exhale when you bend, inhale back out. Keep those shoulder blades in so the shoulders aren't rounded. Let's do one more. Exhale in, and then we're going to lower down. The elbows go straight as you rock forward, lowering that leg down. Good. And just wiggle those fingers around. Again, we'll do something for the fingers now to put those fingers in reverse. So palms down, and just take one hand to lift one finger. So I'm raising one finger. You can see that a little bit better. On your thigh, raise one finger backwards. And then we'll go to the next finger. And then hold that, just keep breathing. Next finger, hold, take a breath. Next finger, breathing. And you can do the thumb if you like. And we're going to do the ring finger again. That one tends to be a little more difficult. Give it a little stretch, tends to be a little less muscle activity in that one. Let's go to the other side, do the same thing. Pick a finger, any finger. Keep breathing. Next finger. So most of the time we use our hands and fingers holding things and grasping, and so we hardly ever have our hands going backwards like this. I mean, our fingers going backwards. So this is a nice stretch. And clasp your hands and fold the fingers out away from you. That will stretch the fingers just the way we just did. And then bring it back into your unnatural clasp and stretch it back out. And that sometimes bothers, if you have rings on, to do your unnatural clasp with rings on sometimes hurts. I forgot to mention that, sorry. You can take your rings off before doing those unnatural clasps. All right, let's come to the sun salutation. Exhale here. Inhale, the arms go up, your range of motion. Start smaller if you like. Exhale, either a rounded spine, or you can drop elbows to thighs, or you can fold all the way down as far as your torso and body allow. Fingers going towards your feet. Exhale fully. And on the inhale, bring your hands underneath one leg and bring that leg up with you when you come back heart alignment. And we're going to stretch that leg out. Kick it out and back down. Just rock forward and bring that leg back down. And then scooch forward toward the edge of your chair and stretch both legs out in front. This will be downward dog in the chair. And you're going to press into the back of the chair as though to lift your hips up out of the chair. And then relax back down. Bend the knees. We'll take a back bend here. And then we'll do a different variation of downward dog, just stretching the shoulders, a nice shoulder opener. Elbows can be bent or arms straight, doesn't matter. And then let's lunge the other leg. So up on the toes, back heart, rock back, kick it out, and back down. And fold right over those legs, exhaling. Inhale all the way up, arms up. And exhale back to start. Let's do that again. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, any forward fold that's comfortable for you. We're going to pick a leg to lunge. Stretch it out. And downward dog. Scooch forward, both feet out. Push into the chair. This is the arm strengthening variation of down dog. And a back bend. And the shoulder opener variation of downward dog. You can clasp the hands and stretch the arms and open the shoulders that way if you like. And then let's see, the lunge on the other side. And folding over the legs or any forward fold comfortable for you. Exhale fully. Inhale all the way back up, arms up. And exhale back to start. All right, let's take some standing poses. Standing poses in a chair. So swiveling your hips in your chair a little bit toward one side, and that leg that's toward the screen is going to stretch out. Any of those spokes comfortable for you. So I'm going to pick a spoke back here. And those who don't have an armchair, you can turn your foot or turn your body all the way to the one side. I'm going to again take that corner position. And bring your hands down toward this front knee. Exhale here. And then both arms go up for warrior one. We're going to stay here. If comfortable, clasp your hands together and turn your palms up toward the ceiling, stretching the elbows straighter and straighter. And then release that back down. Take your arms out to the sides and your torso facing the screen for warrior two. A breath here, back heart alignment, bottom tips of the shoulder blades in. And then come on down. You can rest your elbow on your armchair or on your leg. Other hand can be to the hip, or you can stretch that arm out anywhere, any space up here that's comfortable for your arm and shoulder, or keep that hand at the hip. Back heart alignment again. That is the shoulder blade tips in toward each other. And then we'll put that top arm back toward the hip and come on back up. Inhale the arms to warrior two. Exhale. Inhale the arms up to warrior one. Exhale here. Another inhale. And on the exhale, bring the arms back down and the back leg in. Let's face forward. Cat-cow here. Just work that out. You can roll your shoulders a little bit in this. So the shoulders kind of roll forward. And when you come into that back bend, the shoulders are going to roll back. Squeeze those shoulder blades in toward each other. That same shoulder roll that we did before. Up, shoulder blades in, and relax. All right, let's go do the other side. So swiveling in your chair as best you can, and as much around as you like toward the side, and pick any of those spokes for your back leg. And we'll turn toward the front knee. So your either hands are on your armchair or on your knee, or making do as best you can here. Exhale here. On the inhale, stretch the arms up for warrior one. You can clasp the hands together, or maybe your unnatural clasp on this side, and turn the palms toward the ceiling. Stretch the elbows straighter and straighter. See if you can tell. Usually we have one arm that the elbow doesn't like to go straight. And then go ahead and bend them. And when we do those exercises, really work that arm. It's generally the arm of our dominant arm tends to have tighter muscles, and so the tighter muscles don't like to stretch straighter. All right, arms coming out to the sides for warrior two, and make a bicep muscle. So pull up those arm muscles, your upper arm muscles there. And then elbows coming down, bend the arms, elbows are going to come down, and you can rest this one elbow on your armchair or on your leg. Other hand can stay at the hip, and as that shoulder allows, you can find some range of motion. Keep your shoulder blades together as you're working that arm. Sometimes you can get a little more range of motion with those shoulder blades in good alignment there. Keep breathing. All right, now we'll put that arm in reverse. Exhale it back down to the hip. Inhale, come on up. Let's raise the arms. Pull those biceps up. That would be the triceps pulling up. And then next inhale, sweep it up to warrior one. Again, clasping the hands, turning the palms up. See if you can get that one elbow that likes to lag behind. And then release. And bend the back knee. Facing forward again. And an exhale and an inhale here. Can somebody see a clock and give me a time check?
10:34.
Thank you.
Or 9:34.
9:34. All right, exhales and inhales. So this is a counter pose to all that movement. So we're counterposing our spine. We're going to counterpose the arms now. We work the arms pretty well. So we're going to bend and straighten the arms, but I want the straightening of the arms to not be fully straight. So don't like snap the arms straight. Exhale and inhale toward or almost all the way straight. And we're looking for a nice, easy movement that's easy for you. Bending and straightening. And it can be something like this, kind of, I like this one. It feels like I'm swimming or treading water. Exhales and inhales. Inhale when you expand out, exhale when your arms are bending back in toward the body. All right, now let's counterpose the legs. So your hands can just stay at rest. We're going to counterpose one leg first. Exhale and inhale. Again, not fully straight, so there's a little bit of a bend to the knee. And you're not really flexing the ankle or the foot, so keep the foot kind of relaxed in this, whatever is a nice relaxed position for your foot. A few times on one side and then a few times on the other. And sometimes we can do both legs at the same time, and I will try that now. I'm not sure about this sculpted carpet with that, but I'll give it a shot. And also your chair needs to be quite stable. Oh, okay, this I can do. Inhale out, exhale in. Again, nice and easy on the feet, on the knees, because we're cooling down. All right, let's do one more and then we'll hold right there. All right, so we've counterposed. Let's do a little for the neck. So I'm just going to drop the head down. Don't force it. So nice, easy range, head up and down, only going as far up as comfortable for you, only as far down. So you're not forcing or stretching. You're not looking for a stretch. You're just looking to sort of put everything back to ease. All right, and come to neutral with the head. Let's keep the head in neutral and just roll the eyes up and down. Again, not overstretching or anything like that. And if you want, you can do a little left to right movement with the eyes or taking the diagonals. I do the diagonals up and the upward movement more than down. And then let's counter the eye movement with just up and down, but not all the way down. So just eyes up and maybe just a little down past neutral. So not all the way down. Up and slightly past neutral. One more and go just to neutral. There. All right. Want to do a relaxation now. So if you'd like, you can sit all the way back in the chair and lean back in the chair. Actually, this chair leans back too far for me. So lean back if your chair is comfortable, and your body can be anywhere you like. Actually, let's do some finger work now. I just noticed my fingers feel a little tight. So let's bring the tip of the thumb to the tip of the finger and give a little press, firm press, and then release. And then inhaling, slide the thumb down the finger toward the palm. Exhale, go back to the tip. And you can add a flick there if you like, and then go to the next fingers, tips of the thumbs to the tips of the middle fingers and press firmly. And then slowly release. And then inhale, slide down. Exhale, go back to the tip and flick. And ring fingers firmly pressing. Softer and softer. Gentle touch. Inhale, slide down. Exhale back to the tip. Flick if you like. Pinkies are last. Firm press. Softer press. Very gently pressing. And then inhale, slide down. Exhale back to the tip. And flick. And just bring all the fingertips together. Fingers pointing up. And imagine your fingers are like a flower ready to bloom, like maybe a tulip or something, lotus flower, since we're doing yoga. And then slowly just let the fingers melt out or open out, nice and gentle. You can keep them there, make your arms so that the elbows are roughly underneath your shoulders and relaxed. Or you can turn your palms down, make your hands and fingers and everything feel comfortable. And let's do the blue light. I think I did it last week, but I've been enjoying this blue light lately. So it's like a little pilot light in your heart. And let that your breath come in and expand the blue light so it becomes like a little ball of energy, a blue light of energy, a sphere. In this sphere, we can expand and contract as we like. We'll expand it now to start to encompass the whole heart center area inside your ribs. You can even let it expand out beyond the rib cage, a little bit further in front and further in back. This blue light you can imagine as healing, or that it relaxes every part of you, all the cells that are within it, around it or near it, soften and relax. And then you can shrink the ball back down if you like, begin to move it up toward the throat. I tend to like a little bit smaller ball as it comes up. And bring it all the way up so it encompasses the lower jaw and all the way down to the collarbones. Bring it up into the mouth, the center of the ball into the mouth. Center of the ball goes up a little higher into the center of your head. And let the ball be large enough that your whole head is contained within it. And so even expand the ball out a little bit. And then we're going to slide that ball back down to the throat. And as it slides down further, let it start to divide into two balls that slide out, one to each shoulder. Softening and relaxing the shoulders, slide the ball down each arm to the elbows, and from the elbows down to the hands and palms. Make them get a little bigger as they get down so it encompasses the whole hand. And you're going to turn your palms up if they're not already up. Turn the palms up and let the balls rest in each palm, like you're holding each ball. And then bending the elbows, put the balls back up into the shoulders. And then let the balls start to move in from the shoulders toward the heart, and you can release your hands back down. Let the balls merge together as one ball in the center of the heart once again. And slide the ball down into the belly. Softening the belly and slide it down a little bit more into the bowl of the pelvis. And we're going to divide the ball again and take a smaller ball into each hip, right where the ball and socket joint is, and then let the ball slide down from the hips, down the thighs to the knees. And from the knees down to the ankles. And let the balls grow a little bigger to encompass the whole foot, and slide the balls down to the middle of the foot. Part of the ball will be below the floor, part above the floor. And just feel that below the floor part helps ground you down. You might even just gently, very gently press the feet just a little bit more. And then we're going to let those balls come up into your hands. Turn your palms down over the knees, and as though you sort of magnetically bring the balls back up into your hands. Lift your hands up, bringing those balls with you. Join them together. Join the balls together. One big sphere of energy out in front of you somewhere. And then go ahead and place that ball back into the heart. And just let that ball shrink back down so just the pilot light remains. And I thank you. Namaste.